Okay. Next are the energy bands. So I have drawn the conduction band and valence band. As I said, like conduction band consists of higher energy and energy of valence band will be lower. The difference between the energy of these two bands is known as energy gap, okay, or forbidden energy gap. Next is valence band and conduction band for insulators. So in case of insulators, the energy gap between them is 4 electron volt. So it is actually somewhat higher. It's very high. In semiconductors, the energy gap between conduction band and valence band is approximately zero point 0.7 electron volt to 1 electron volt. So it is definitely lesser than insulators. Now what happens, let's say here electrons are there in valence band. If you will supply some amount of heat here, so electrons will gain sufficient energy such that they would be able to move to the conduction band. That's why uh, conductivity of semiconductor increases when you increase the temperature. But in case of insulator, that energy difference is very large. In case of metal, the conduction band and valence band overlap each other. Okay. So it's electrons which are in valence band, they are actually free to move to the conduction band and hence their conductivity is very much higher. Okay. Okay. Case one. In the case of metal, there are two possible energy band diagrams. Case one, partially filled conduction band. Okay. So in this case, conduction band is partially filled with electrons. These electrons can no longer be said to be the orbit in the subshell of a particular atom. Okay. Next is case two. Okay. The electrons which belong to the crystal as a whole, if an external energy is given to electron such that partially filled energy band, the electrons are raised to higher energy level. So same here, if you will supply some amount of energy here, they will raise to higher energy level. Okay. So when all the lower energy levels have been filled by the electrons, so conduction is possible in case of partially filled conduction bands. Next is overlapping energy bands. So when the energy bands are overlapping, like valence band and conduction band, they are overlapping. So energy of conduction band will be higher. Okay. So when the energy bands are overlapping, the bottommost energy level EC of conduction band lies in the valence band and topmost energy level EV of valence band lies in the conduction band. So this makes it possible for few electrons to move from valence band to conduction band. When it happens, the valence band will become partially empty, and when the electron will start moving, conduction is possible. Means when electrons have reached the conduction band, they are free to move and hence electricity will be transmitted. So such materials will have low resistance and high conductivity. Next is in case of semiconductors. In case of semiconductor, there is a clear separation between valence band and conduction band, and the energy difference between conduction and valence band is known as forbidden gap. Okay. That energy difference is around 1 electron volt. So in this case, in this particular case, all the valence electrons are in valence band, okay, and conduction band, as you can see, it's empty. So all the electrons are present here. At absolute zero temperature also, electrons do not have sufficient energy to cross the forbidden gap and go to the conduction band. Means even at 0 Kelvin, all the electrons will be present in the valence band because they will have no energy. Now, as the temperature increases, Okay, so a semiconductor will behave like a perfect insulator at absolute zero temperature. Okay.